What's going on, guys? It's Landon, and this is David, and we're Taffy Hoops. Today is kind of an interesting video. We've never done this, so at the end of the video, make sure to let us know what you think. The Lakers, the Los Angeles Lakers, have not been good.
They haven't met expectations.
They have not met expectations. They were a lot of people's like definite finals team
In the West.
for the
sure.
West. And at the moment, they're not that. I mean, who knows when it's playoff LeBron. But LeBron is carrying their team, and they're not doing great. And so today, we are going to react to our reaction of the Los Angeles Lakers free agency last summer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's roll the clip.
What's going on, guys? It's Landon, and this is David, and we're Taffy Hoops. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the Lakers and kind of how their off-season movements will affect their team.
Right. So they're on draft night. They traded for
We're the Syracuse jersey because of Carmelo, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Just kind of confused on where they were going. What was their direction? They lost a lot of spacing in that trade. They lost a lot of shooters like KCP.
A lot of spacing.
They also lost.
Who's playing Washington now too?
So
Harold. Yeah.
What are they gonna do? And
Yeah, a lot of
they just have
people
a lot of shooters basically.
say that they should have got Buddy Hield instead of
Yeah.
That I think that shows for sure.
I think I mentioned that in this video.
Yeah.
The way he would best help the Lakers would be coming off in the second unit, and running that second unit,
Which is not what they've done.
When LeBron's off the court, the Lakers usually suffer horribly. But if Westbrook could run that second unit, it'd be good. But I don't see Westbrook coming off the bench.
He's not gonna come off the bench, but he'll definitely play when LeBron's not
for sure. To put alongside Westbrook, they had shooters.
I mean, they try to playing him when he's not,
THT,
when LeBron's not on the court.
Kent Bazemore, Trevor Ariza.
Malik Monk hasn't played much, and when he has played, it's not great. Kendrick Nunn hasn't played, so
I was looking at those names. I was talking to you, and I saw those players popping up, and I didn't even realize that I didn't even remember a lot of those guys.
Right.
They don't get a lot of play time, but they're also pretty significant players. Carmelo's great.
He's played well this year. He hasn't done well on defense though, so
Yeah,
I feel like that's where they struggle.
Yeah.
And then Dwight Howard has.
I don't know how well he's actually been playing this year.
Yeah, I don't.
I think Dwight's going to add great defense. As we said, Malik, Wayne, Kent, and Ariza are going to add great shooting.
Kent, Bazemore, and Trevor Ariza.
So
I've done
nothing.
players.
LeBron needs shooters and defenders around.
Who's their rookie? What's his name?
Oh,
a few years
Austin
ago, I
Reeves?
forget.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, we didn't talk about him all the season because he's a second rounder, right?
Right. Yeah, we didn't even talk about him in the video.
He's a solid player.
No, he was undrafted.
He was undrafted, that's right. But yeah, he deserves talking. And if we made a video, we'll make it. But he deserves talking time over a lot of the signings that they made.
Kent Bazemore and Trevor Ariza.
They have the perfect role. They have the perfect role players for their team and their stars. I think the chemistry should be good on this team. I mean,
they did have returning players. That makes sense for chemistry, but that's not been the case.
Sometimes he hates his teammates and he ships them off to China. But
I mean, he's not wrong.
This team should be great. It should be great. I don't know why I second guess myself saying that.
Well, I'd say I
should have second guessed yourself.
Concerns for this team.
Should have.
One is just their age. I feel like as they get older, they're going to regress and they're going to get.
Look at the thumbnail of the video. We said it was okay. It's definitely not.
I also have concerns for just like LeBron and AD. They've been getting injured.
AD's injured
over the last few years.
Right.
LeBron's been fine. Injury. Well, yeah.
Like all of our concerns for this
LeBron's getting
are right. Like age, injury. How much is Westbrook going to help? Like he's been playing well. He's not helping that much though. Like
just doesn't mesh well with the team at all.
Right. I mean, he's a great player. He's played well this year. He just has not played well. Like he hasn't played well with the team. Hasn't.
But he's not good.
Fit. There you go.
Championship with Westbrook. I'm saying
but he's good enough to keep them up keep their seed up so that they don't drop down to like 7 like they
Right.
did this year.
Right.
So even
Are they, what are they now? 7?
Seven.
Yeah.
Off this season. AD does have to take time off this season. Westbrook can keep them afloat.
Right. And that's going to be great, just like safety.
That was like perfect.
Yeah, this team's good enough. That might be a little. I was gonna say they might be good enough to make the playoffs without LeBron or AD.
No.
No, LeBron
No.
is carrying this team, and they're the 7th seed.
Who do they have?
But who knows?
Who did they have on their team that we thought would...
This,
Westbrook. Westbrook was coming off a good team or off the
Lakers
Wizards.
were already
Mm-hmm.
the favorites.
I thought-
most people favored them
Yeah, that's
to win
fair.
the championship this year.
Yeah.
And,
Westbrook, Carmelo, and Dwight Howard make the playoffs, so I feel like that's still...
First round, they just
I shouldn't have said LeBron. I should have said without
crazy,
LeBron.
Right.
picking
Yeah.
Just the
Yeah, with AD, they would have.
players for their team
Mhm.
in off the off season, and they should be even better this year, and expectations should be even higher.
Right.
Then
I am
their
looking at
championship year?
I don't.
Then last year.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it's referring to.
Defense, they don't have like an amazing defender.
Right.
team.
Yeah. They've
Besides
been
they-
outscored so many times.
And LeBron can play defense fine, more than fine, way more than fine. But yeah, this team, what this team has lacks in their weaknesses, they make up for,
In their strengths.
What strengths?
like double in their strengths. So
On paper, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely on paper.
Not in real life.
Problem with free agency moves and like off season.
This could be a problem with Frank Vogel.
NBA players.
Maybe. I mean,
I mean, they also had Jason Kidd as their
Kept their team
assistant
afloat
at that
with,
time,
like,
too.
yeah.
No, I don't
I mean,
know.
I wouldn't say that
Like,
Frank Vogel's like an
horrible last
amazing
year
coach.
in the
Like
playoffs.
he just.
He was a good coach. Like he was a good coach for the Pacers and stuff.
We'd
But
be in playoff contention.
I don't know if he's a
But
good
yeah,
champion.
it looks with these
Sure.
Like
moves,
LeBron
he's
was the
gonna be
coach in the
Right.
bubble.
in that
and LeBron's
race.
has been out.
So thank you for watching.
What are you thinking?
I mean, we saw the concerns. We talked about them multiple times, but we kind of downplayed them.
Oh
We
yeah.
thought, oh, injuries won't happen. Age isn't going to be a factor.
AD's basically an old man at this point. Like he's was he 28?
Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't be an old man.
He shouldn't, but essentially he has the same consequences as someone being an old player in the NBA. AD has them.
Right.
So even though he's like a really young star on their team, he's not.
Mhm.
They're all old.
Right. And like we didn't even put Westbrook up there. Like he's over 32 too. He's 33.
Oh yeah.
So like everybody on that, like everybody they signed is super old, and they needed another young gun to like be able to shoot the ball, be able to pass the ball, be able to like defend. And instead of getting Russell Westbrook, instead of getting Buddy Hield or like Seth Curry, they got Russell Westbrook, who's playing amazing. He had a few triple doubles recently, but like other than that, you'd rather have a guy that can shoot who doesn't take the ball too much from LeBron.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if LeBron would be willing to. He wants role players, but he also wants stars to play with him. He wants to be happy in LA. He wants to have those stars and win with those stars.
I don't think Russell Westbrook's it though. Like
Right.
I think he just doesn't mesh with the team. He does not. I don't think Russell Westbrook, unless he chills way out and like is really able to just accept a role, like a job as like a role player, which I don't know if he can do.
Mhm.
I don't think he'll be able to like really be on a championship team unless he's carried hard.
And through the wire, I was talking about this. Like there were so many players who thought they were still stars and wouldn't accept a lesser role.
Exactly.
Carmelo
yeah.
Anthony was out of the league for a year because of it. Other players like Tracy McGrady had a problem with that. Vince Carter did fine with that. I know they were talking about that. He had like the most seamless down from star to all-star to starter to bench. And Westbrook doesn't seem like he's going to be able to accept that role, going down to a bench player, being a high usage player on the bench, but still being a bench player and handling that and doing all the game management for that bench unit.
Yeah, I would say roughly around the time when Westbrook left the OKC is kind of when his like time where he could still be one of the best players
In the
and not
league.
have to take a job as a role player and like be able to win a championship.
He got very lucky that he got that $44 million contract, now $50 million contract.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have gotten that coming out of Houston or even coming out of Washington. So, yeah.
I think also, but okay. Russell Westbrook is a bad fit for the Lakers. But I also don't want to, I think Russell Westbrook hate. I think Russell Westbrook hate needs to stop. We're hating on his. I'm hating on his fit for the Lakers. Russell Westbrook is still a good NBA player, and I think a lot of it gets hard for him because he is expected to put up these like triple doubles every night because that's just what he does, and he's great. He's a great generational talent. But I think he's definitely the shell of what he used to be, and I think people need to get used to that and accept it and not get like angry at him for it almost.
Yeah. I mean, different players age at different times. They regress at different times. LeBron's aged like fine wine. Chris Paul is aged like fine wine because they've got that mid range. Like LeBron's just the peak physically ever, but Chris Paul, he's got a mid range shot. He's developed that well. Carmelo Anthony, he's still able to shoot pretty well, and he's able to get in the lane sometimes.
Westbrook can't shoot, and spacing, that's one of the biggest problems.
Right. One of the Lakers' biggest problems.
Yeah.
I do like Dwight Howard on that team. I feel like he can't be on the bench at the same time as Russell Westbrook, though. I feel like they need one of them to be able to shoot, and I don't think it's going to be Dwight Howard. So,
you know what? It's kind of interesting. I just thought of Russell Westbrook and Chris Paul are both amazing playmakers.
Yeah.
But I think they both their playmaking style almost is very different.
Yeah.
And this is kind of the whole thing of Russell Westbrook can't take a step back. I don't know if he can do it. Where Russell Westbrook that playmaking does not age well. Does not age well once you're out of your prime.
Right.
Whereas Chris Paul, he becomes just this player who's able to carry a team like the Suns. Not carry, that team is very teamwork oriented, but
I feel like it's mostly the mindset. I don't think it's
it's
the actual style of play. I think it's their mindset because I feel like Westbrook, I don't want to say he's like getting assists for stat padding, but that's kind of how he was in OKC. I don't know if he's still doing that now, but like I feel like he gets criticized a lot for going for stats and trying to get money for that way instead of focusing on winning. So
yeah, that's our thoughts of the Lakers at the beginning of the season, right after their pretty busy off season,
right? And
what we think of the Lakers now, and what we thought about the Lakers then. That was really confusing, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and vote for Matisse for All-Star starter. We'll see you guys next video.
Peace.